So do you have a small business and you need to know what to put on there to make customers buy from it? I can tell you. In this video, you're going to know all the answers on how to get customers going to your website, liking it, and then buying your stuff. Hello friends, my name is SuperSteph, aka Stephanie Lee-Harper, and I set up a successful small business basically just to give me the freedom to bring up my own children. And it worked! I'm so lucky. So I thought I'd share the bits that I learned with you. And it's not about my business, it's about the marketing side of the business. And that's what we're here together to learn and share together. Oh, harmonious. So today we're going to be talking about how to analyse our own websites, and it is going to be horrific because it's all well and good knowing exactly what to change on your website, but actually having the time to change it. It's sort of like somebody saying to you, do you really know how to lose weight? Yeah, we all know how to lose weight, love, but do we do it? No. No, we don't. So we're going to see some amazing ideas that I have learned through loads of different marketing courses and books, and that you can actually implement yourself to get more customers in. And remember, success is just stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Are you feeling enthusiastic? Okay, come on then, let's do this. Right, so first of all, mobile versus desktop. What is the most important? Your desktop, which is basically your computer, your laptop, sort of your iPad, or your mobile version. It's the mobile version. Most people, about 80% of people, are looking on your website through their phones. It's important to have a desktop that actually works, of course, and looks pretty, but it's also important that your mobile works and is not secondary to your desktop, because nobody's even seen your desktop. It's like the long lost cousin that lives down the road that you just walk past and hope they don't see you. Now, before you set up your website, you have to think, who is your avatar? Your avatar is basically the one person that you're trying to pitch to, because you can't pitch to everybody, because if you pitch to everybody, you basically pitch to no one. You've probably heard this before, but whether or not you've heard it before and whether or not you're actively doing it, those are two different things, and I'm with you. So I'll tell you who my avatar is. In Brisbane, Australia, where I live, the Sunshine State, that's what it's called. Pretty. My avatar is a lady called Julie. She's not real lady, she's just my pretend lady that I'm always pitching to. She lives in Baden, which is a lovely family area. They've got investment properties, dad's a doctor, Julie has a part-time job somewhere because she just likes doing it. They've got a BMW and a Tesla outside. Their children are called Poppy and Phineas. They've got a dog, sort of a scrappy looking dog. You've really got to get down to the niche so you know that you can actually feel Julie. You can go up to her and hug her and kiss her if she was a 3D image. And Julie's my age. She's about 40, 45 and 45. And she wants a fun time for her children because she really loves her children, of course. And she knows that when you're doing a birthday party for a child, that they keep that memory for a long time so they can look back and think, my mum Julie, she was so cute. She was a lovely mummy. Why is it important to have one person? Because if you're targeting that one person, you're going to be able to target the people that really want you. And the people that really want me are almost always people in Baden, Paddington, Ascot, sort of the more affluent areas, because I'm not cheap. You can be like a McDonald's type of performer and go for cheap and get lots of them, but I've always found that the cheaper you go, it's harder to please people because money and value of money is different for people. Say, for example, $10 for me nowadays is nothing compared to what it used to be for me when I was 20 years old, even with inflation. So you need to go for the people that can afford you easily, so that they're easier customers to deal with, because the value that they're giving you isn't that much money in their scheme of things in their world. So enough chit chat. Steph, you're so boring. I know I'm a bit boring, but sometimes I don't know what to say and just keep nattering. We're going to go to my website right now. So this is my website. I made this website, it says underneath here, 2014. Oh crumbs. Oh mercy. Oh. The fear of making another website like this terrifies me because I had so many problems going through this website. I do need to upgrade it, but I just don't want to. It's like going to the skin cancer doctor. Just don't want to go down that route. But if you put your head in the sand, all you get is sandy. So I'll have to change it. So what I've been doing recently is just trying to make it more streamlined. I had on here, there was paid, like, you know, see these, there are 8 little sort of widgets here. I had another row of them just down here as well. What I found through all these marketing and guru books is this quote here by Dan Kennedy: "A confused mind never buys." A confused mind never buys. That makes sense because when you get there, you and I both know it's so confusing to be on these websites sometimes. So sometimes I had sports parties about us. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares apart from your mum. So get rid of that one. But remember, we're not looking at desktop. We're looking mainly at the mobile compatible. So this is the website here for the desktop. Looks okay. There's text always on the home page because Google always likes a bit of text on the home page. Always loves a bit of text because Google. But I'm going to change it now to, in Chrome, you can go to View, Developer, and Developer Tools. Now, with this website, I can go into the back end of WordPress and change bits around on my desktop, but the mobile site, I don't have any way to do it, so I have to get a website developer, mainly because the website's so old. Nowadays, you can literally, and you'll see it soon, drag and drop everything. You can work on one page which is mobile, on one page which is desktop, all at the same time. It's so easy. Now, some of the things which I've learned here, just from the website. So I've got my heading up here, just so they know what they're looking at. Then I've got my hamburger menu on here, and what I've got is a click down thing. So it says funny magic shows, pirate magic shows, dinosaur, and it will go to each page. Then I've got character shows. Now I didn't want to do this, but it's actually made it easier for people to find us, where it says A to Z. So it just goes straight down like this. And I think that people like it. They just go straight there. We've got disco parties, face painting, balloon twisting. We also have sports parties. We've got arts and craft parties, pamper parties we've recently had and got rid of. All of these other things, but these are the main ones. So when someone's looking, the majority, probably about 90%, is looking for these particular shows. So I will get rid of nowadays anything which is not doing more than 10 shows a year, because it's pointless. Because what's happening is it's distracting and confusing the clients that really want to book in with these types of shows. So I'll come off of that one, the menu. I've made it, as you can see, nice and sort of, it's got a one stroke black all the way around it to make it pop, because we really need to make it pop for those old people like me who need the glasses. Now, if you have a look as well, I've also got something called a floating menu. So on here, there's the call button and there's an inquire now button. Now, when you scroll down, if you have a look, it pops up. So they can always call wherever they are on the web page. It's amazing. Now, some bits I don't like about my web page is, one thing I do like about it is this one here. They can type in their own particular character, pirate, space alien, and it will come up, onto the correct page. Then if they don't know and they're just browsing, which is probably most people, they can go to male characters. Now, what I don't like about this is for this particular page, it does not have on here it's a static theme. So anything on here, it looks exactly the same as the page before. I should be able to write male characters on here just to make it pop, so that they've gone to an actual different page. Okay, I've put in, because I'm modest, best kids character shows. Make sure you call yourself best kids. Even if you're not, it doesn't matter, because basically it's Puffery. So Puffery is when you say, best New York coffee in the whole of Manhattan. Sometimes people just like the word best. Who are you to say you're not the best? You're the best. I believe in you. On this page here, we've got beautiful pictures. You see, these are done by professionals and they really make everything pop. I don't know what professionals do, but they can make images pop really well. Now on here, it says transform your party into a wild, crazy journey of incredible memories and your child exploding with happiness. That's the emotions that I want to evoke to the clients, rather than just say 1.5 hour show here, please. That's a bit boring. Make them feel like you're going to give them a good old taste. They want to take out your letters like this, put it on their tongue, and feel that explosion you get with those nerd sours on your tongue. Now, one part I don't like about my website. Look at this. It's terrible. It's shocking. Everything over here is left justified. Now, this should be bigger. But when I do make it bigger, because of all the plugins are all like a decade old, it all just goes. So you need to make sure that when you do your own web page, you have a mobile compatible site. As I keep moaning, get a mobile compatible site. Videos are really good because then they get to see what they want. So images and videos, I would always get that before I even make my website. Because then you can go to Facebook, plant that there, make some flyers up, plant the images there. If you've got rubbish images and rubbish videos, you're only worth that much. You really are. So spend the money on it. This is great. I love these. This is the packages. You've got usually the silver, gold and platinum, and you're normally trying to get to the person to go into the middle of the section. You make the silver show a bit crappier, but very similar price to the gold, and then you make the platinum sort of better, but exorbitant price. And that's normally, you'll see that everywhere. You'll see that at furniture stores, you'll see that at arcade places where they have a silver, gold and platinum. And it's just the way that we seem to be designed to order things as customers. Now, if you like this video, please show me you liked it by ticking the thumbs up down below. And if you have any input for the next video, please comment below so that I can hear your point of view, as I do really want to hear what you have to say, because you have also got great ideas too. Now, this is the only time where I put it very simply on what we're going to be doing. So, for example, tug of war, balloon twisting. Customers want two things. They want to find out about your feeling of your show and how it's going to make them feel, but also they do want a bit of what's actually going on. You don't want to be flouncy. You don't want to be like a boyfriend who's just saying, I love the pools in your eyes, remind me of stars. You want sometimes just for them to speak a normal conversation so that you can work out day-to-day runnings of the household. Now, what I do not like about my website either is here, boys' character parties. Because this is just a one page, we have just listed off all of these and it looks very 1990s. With the, look at that. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, disgusting. What I will do is make sure that there's a different way to do that next time. So, for example, have little pictures of them where they can click on, more like a gallery. Now, one thing which is definitely missing from the top of my web page is the heading. The heading is like a little hinge that swings a big door. As Dan Kennedy says, who's the marketing guru, it's 80% of your website. So you have got to get that website. Do you know what my favorite one is? We get them laughing so loud, guaranteed. Everyone that sees that web page always seems to click on and fill out the form. You need to basically have a heading. Now, the heading is literally like a hook, and you'll notice this in marketing as well. You'll hear about these hooks. I thought, what's a hook? Then someone said, Steph, hook, like a fishing hook. I thought, oh, I see, you're capturing your audience in. That's exactly what it is. I could not understand what hook meant. It's obviously a hook. So I've got exactly what they get, balloon twisting, face painting, half an hour, and then I've got the emotional side. So it says, if you want to make sure that your child has the best time, if you want to make sure that you get a birthday party company that has a 5-star track record for your child's special day, look no further. SuperSteph Super Party Heroes are the kids entertainers that love to make your child's party the best in Brisbane and the Gold Coast. Now, actually, we do have 5 stars across Australia, which is the highest rated kids party company in Australia at the moment, but it's too broad. Nobody cares. It's like saying, are we the best in the world? You'd rather be the best in Weymouth, you know, just your hometown. And then I've got a contact form, contact us, this one here. Now, when we go to the contact us, it will send a tracker. Either Facebook Pixel is behind there on the thank you page. There's also a Google tag on there as well, which is the same as like Facebook Pixel. And it tells Google and Facebook who has been on your website so that you can retarget them. Really important. Now, if you like these tips, I've got a guide on the simple steps to become a well-paid kids party entertainer as a side hustle or as full-time. Now, I believe that this is the best job in the world, especially if you love working with children. So just comment below, give me the guide, and I'll send it to you. Or if you click on the link below, you'll also get the same guide. Now, when they go to click on and book with us, they go to Inquire Now, and they fill out a form. Now, this form actually is a different website. It doesn't look it, but it's a website called ClickFunnels, which is basically like a system where, sort of like MailChimp, if you've heard of that as well, where you can send out auto emails to them as well. And through that, we send them emails like party bag invitations for free, party bag planners, best parks in Brisbane, all of these to make sure that they feel like we can be trusted, because when they fill out this form, they're only partially committed. They haven't given you any money yet. So get that extra trust by giving them something of value. I'm going to step out of the mobile site now, which is this cross here. and go to the SEO side. SEO means search engine optimization. And what this is basically telling Google how to read your webpage. It's also showing Google that you can be trusted by other companies. So when other companies have your website on their page, they think, oh, Google says, well, they wouldn't have a website that's not trusted on that other person's page, especially if it's a very good website, like a council website or a government website. Those are just gold. We're going to go quickly into SEO. SEO, you can find it by here. You've basically got the title, which is the 60 characters. Then you've got the description underneath, which is the 160 characters. You've got the URL, which is basically the website address. And you've got the alt tags. Okay, so we're going to go to View up here in Chrome, and we're going to go to View Developer. We're going to go to View Source. This is actually how Google sees your website. So this is how it reads it. Put my glasses on for this. In here, when you click on title, you've got the title here. You're able to see, there we go. This is what it says. Kids' birthday party for entertainment for birthdays in Brisbane and the Gold Coast. And is always like that. They always put it like that. That's the HTML. So that is under 60 characters. The description is this: Brisbane and Gold Coast's birthday party magician SuperSteph and her team of entertainers perform top children's entertainment for kids' parties. Now, where does this go? I'll show you where. So if I go to SuperSteph and hit Google, you'll probably see it something like this. There's a million pages that we've got. So we've got here, Brisbane, the Gold Coast birthday party magician SuperSteph is famous in the children's birthday party market. This is here the description of one of my pages. And on top of that, we have got, this is the titles of a lot of the, some of the pages. And this one here as well is the description. So you've got to make sure that you try and get them in title as tight as possible. It's under 60 characters, so go up to that, and then 160 for the description. Now Google will also, because it's more dynamic nowadays, it will also just change bits around depending on what you've written in the search engine. Now you'll find some companies that have got your name in it which are higher than you, and that's because they've got a higher Google ranking. So for example, Entertain Oz has been around since the donkey's years. That's a company over here, and they've got me booked in. Now they're number 3 and I am it's Facebook at the moment, number 1 just over here. So Facebook's got the first one because Facebook's Facebook and it's better than little old SuperSteph. So make sure when you have your Facebook page that you keep it up to date as well. Now, what are alt tags? Alt tags again are where images, Google can't see the image. So you add an alt tag to it, and I'll show you alt tag. So here, for example, we've got the title shows for birthday boys, and the actual image is labeled shows for birthday boys as well. So that Google can say, if someone types in, can I have shows for birthday boys, please? That they can work out where on your page and your website you've got to go. Now, if you have a look at this web page here, this is my 2014 one. I also experiment with another thing called ClickFunnels, which I've talked to you about before, which is basically like landing pages, more like less website where you have lots of pages on top together. These are individual pages that you make. You can link them together, but they're really more about using them to get the client to go to the correct page and not get off it. You can see I've got my phone number up here. We've got a very big fun headline, and remember 80% of the time that's the most important wording on the whole message, because that gets them to read it. We've got above the fold, we've got the messages here, and then fun images together all the way down. Now, I didn't like this. I just find it's a bit too clunky, so I've now gone to a more calmer one now, a bit more professional looking, because I really want to go for the upmarket sort of areas where they're looking for weddings and baby showers, all of those bits. So we've made it a little bit cleaner so it's easier to read. And putting in sub-headlines as well, like this. And the final one I need to chat to you about is H1 and H2 tags, which are basically headlines, mini sub-headlines all the way through. When you do it, don't overstuff it with a ton of text. So on here I've got, for example, they dream about something amazing will happen. As a good parent, you have not failed to deliver. That is terrible on a real website. It's fine on a landing page, but on a real website, you need something which is going to tell Google what it's about. So, for example, I'll show you on this one, view source. And on here, when I go to H1 tag, you'll see it here. So, one of my H1 tags is, this is the most important day in your child's whole year. Book trusted kids birthday party magician, SuperSteph, and her trained super kids party heroes. And then it says professional children's entertainment. So I've got 7 keywords in there. And that's what you need to do, is just put keywords in your heading tags. Now, to do all of those things, it's very simple, but it's a different type of video. So we're going to keep it nice and short and sweet, just so that you know what things you need to put into your website to make it work and not sit at 108th down the list. Please pick me, I'm 108th. Because you know what they say? They say, where do you hide a dead body? On page 2 of Google. So you need to be on page 1. Now I think my current website, which is 10 years old, has to change. So I'm testing bits out as we go along to make sure that when I do change it, I'm not spending a ton of money on a website that's not going to work. And this is why I do something called A/B split testing, which is this here. So we've got one page on this website here. It splits down into 2 pages. I've just put it onto this one for the moment for other reasons. And you can see who's, out of all of these people, who have actually opted in and who are opting in on this side. And at the moment, this one weirdly is winning. So even though I think that this page looks better, it's not about you, it's about what your clients want. You definitely need to adapt or die, because if you don't keep your website, which is basically your shop for your business, looking good, then you're going to die. And I need to take that, mix it around and swallow that big piece of concrete, because I need to do something with my website too. Although it is converting really well for sales, so it's a bit. Now, if you like this, watch my video up here where we take 3 different companies from a different industry and we see how they're using these techniques and strategies that we've talked about today. Thank you, friends. See you soon. Bye.